Welcome back to Prop News Time. Here are the headlines for the day. Noida International Airport to begin domestic flights from May 15th, 2025. The Uttar Pradesh government has confirmed that Noida International Airport will begin domestic operations from May 15th, 2025, with international flights to follow by June 25th, 2025. Originally set to open in September 2024, the project faced delays due to construction setbacks, prompting the state to impose a Rs 10 lakh per day penalty on the concessionaire. The airport is expected to transform the region, driving real estate growth and economic activity, similar to major airports in Hyderabad and Bengaluru. Plans for enhanced connectivity with Delhi, including air-conditioned electric buses, will further bolster its impact on regional development. Lucknow Housing. LDA plans 6,000-acre township in BKT to house 3 lakh residents. The Lucknow Development Authority, LDA, has announced a 6,000-acre township project in Bakshi Ka Talab, BKT, aiming to house 3 lakh residents. Spread across 14 villages, including Bhauli and Purwa. This marks LDA's first major development on Sitapur Road in 40 years. A dedicated committee will oversee land acquisition and planning. Modeled after large-scale urban projects like Navi Mumbai and Gurugram, the township will feature modern infrastructure, green spaces, and commercial hubs, reducing pressure on Lucknow's existing residential areas. With surveys underway, the project is set to transform the city's urban landscape. Hyderabad Real Estate. SCR to convert vacant railway land in 8 prime locations into commercial hubs. The South Central Railway, SCR, has invited expressions of interest to develop vacant railway land across 8 prime locations in Hyderabad, including Lalaguda, Mettuguda, Arts College, Alwal, and Uppuguda. Spanning over 7,000 square meters, these properties will be converted into commercial spaces such as fitness centers, food courts, function halls, drive-ins, and retail stores. This initiative aligns with Indian Railways' broader land monetization strategy, similar to projects in Mumbai, Delhi, and Howrah. Additionally, SCR is redeveloping Secunderabad Railway Station with a Rs 720 crore investment to enhance infrastructure and operational efficiency. Mumbai Redevelopment. Ajmera Realty to redevelop Ascot Housing Society in Andheri West, Ajmera. Realty and Infra India Limited. Airel has won the redevelopment contract for Ascot Cooperative Housing Society in Andheri West, covering 2,319 square meters, with a potential sales revenue of Rs 320 crore and a carpet area of 71,300 square feet. This project aligns with Mumbai's growing redevelopment trend, addressing infrastructure aging and land scarcity. Similar efforts include Kalpataru's Rs 2,000 crore projects in Chembur and Goregaon, and Mahindra Lifespace's Rs 1,800 crore Borivali redevelopment. The move highlights REL's asset-light strategy while contributing to Mumbai's modernization and urban renewal. Gurugram administration approves demolition of unsafe towers at NBCC Greenview. The Gurugram district administration has approved the demolition of towers E, F, and G at NBCC Greenview in Sector 37D due to severe structural deterioration. The decision follows NBCC India Limited's request, citing safety risks, especially after multiple balcony collapses in 2024. These towers remain under NBCC's ownership, as they were never sold. The demolition, using high-reach machines, will follow safety and environmental protocols, with NBCC bearing full responsibility. Similar demolitions in Noida and Joshimath highlight the need for strict structural assessments and adherence to building regulations to prevent such failures in urban developments. Gujrera grants dual status to society members in redevelopment projects. The Gujarat Real Estate Regulatory Authority, GUJRERA, has ruled that existing society members in redevelopment projects will have dual status as both allottees and co-promoters, ensuring they receive ARERA protections. Previously, they were classified only as co-promoters, limiting their rights. This decision, made in the Antilia apartment case, obligates builders to fulfill commitments to original homeowners, granting them the same legal safeguards as new buyers. The ruling sets a precedent for future redevelopment cases and enhances regulatory oversight. Legal experts see this as a major step towards fairness and accountability in Gujarat's real estate sector. Tamil Nadu finalizes Coimbatore Master Plan with focus on urban infrastructure. The Tamil Nadu government is set to finalize Coimbatore's second master plan after 30 years, with a vision extending to 2041. The draft, published in February 2024, received over 3,000 suggestions, leading to modifications in the final version. According to District Collector Pavan Kumar G. Giriyapanavar, key inputs are being incorporated before its expected release in May 2025. The plan focuses on urban infrastructure, water management, green spaces, and transportation. Additionally, separate master plans for Mettupalayam and Pollachi are in progress. Officials highlight the long-term impact of this initiative, but concerns remain over public participation in the planning process. HC Judgments. Telangana High Court halts land acquisition for Vikarabad Industrial Park over farmer protests. The Telangana High Court has ordered a status quo on land acquisition for a multi-purpose industrial park in Vikarabad, after farmers from Lagacharla and Hakimpet villages challenged the process. Farmers argue that the state bypassed the mandatory social impact assessment, despite the government acquiring 217 acres and distributing compensation. The case reflects ongoing land disputes across India, including similar legal battles in Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, where courts intervened due to alleged procedural lapses. The ruling underscores the need for transparent land acquisition, fair compensation, and proper consultation to prevent delays in industrial development. Ghaziabad Development Authority expands jurisdiction to 77 villages along expressways. The Ghaziabad Development Authority, GDA, has approved the assimilation of 77 villages along the Delhi-Meerut Expressway, an Eastern Peripheral Expressway, to regulate rapid urbanization and infrastructure growth. This move includes 51 villages near Modinagar, Loni, and Bagpat, and 26 villages near Ghaziabad city. The GDA also addressed plot relocations in Madhuban Bapudham and approved fair land allocation for farmers. Similar expansions in cities like Chandigarh and Tambaram highlight the importance of structured urban planning. By integrating these villages, GDA aims to ensure systematic development, curbing unregulated growth, and enhancing the region's infrastructure. Madhya Pradesh to develop metro clusters under structured urban planning. The Madhya Pradesh government has announced plans to develop two major metropolitan regions, one integrating Indore, Ujjain, Devas, and Dhar, and the other encompassing Bhopal, Sehore, Raisen, Vidisha, and Biora. This initiative aims to transform these clusters into economic hubs, boosting investment, employment, and business opportunities. The state is implementing policies like Transfer of Development Rights, TDR, the Integrated Township Policy 2025, and the Green Far concept to ensure sustainable urban growth. Learning from cities like Mumbai and Delhi, MP seeks to balance rapid urbanization with infrastructure and environmental planning, positioning itself as a key economic player. Kerala plans major land law reforms to boost industry, allowing larger land holdings and relaxed approvals. The Kerala government is considering major amendments to land laws to promote industrial growth, including increasing the land ceiling for industries from 15 acres to 100 acres and relaxing rules on converting paddy land and wetlands. The reforms aim to attract investments but face criticism over environmental and agricultural risks. Similar changes have been implemented in Gujarat, Karnataka, and Rajasthan to facilitate industrial expansion. However, concerns remain about reducing local governance powers and potential land misuse. Striking a balance between economic growth and sustainability will be crucial for Kerala's long-term development. Karnataka News. Chamarajanagar UDA adds Gram Panchayats to manage urban expansion. The Chamarajanagar Urban Development Authority, CUDA, has expanded its jurisdiction to include Gram Panchayats such as Chandakavadi, Haradanahalli, Madapura, Shivapura, and Kudluru, aligning with rapid urbanization spurred by the Badanaguppe Kelambali industrial area. The 1,595-acre industrial hub, home to major investments like Mutya Beverages' 1,400 crore rupee plant and Tekran Batteries' 2,000 crore rupee facility, is driving housing demand. In response, KUDA has launched a 14-acre residential layout in Jalahalli Hundi under a 50-50 model. Declared a special investment region, the area is set for further industrial expansion, balancing economic growth with planned urban development. SBI defrauded of INR 5 crore 50 lakh through fraudulent housing loans in Chennai. The CBI's Economic Offences Branch, Chennai, has booked a landlord, builder, bank valuers, buyers, and unknown others for defrauding SBI of 5 crore 50 lakh rupees through a fraudulent housing loan. In 2020, siblings S. Vakisan and S. Devanai secured a 4 crore 26 lakh rupee loan for a Tiruporur villa, falsely valued at 6 crore 30 lakh rupees by bank empaneled valuers. An audit later revealed the villa was built in 2016 and previously mortgaged. The actual value was 3 crore 50 lakh rupees. The bank suspected the landowner's involvement and filed a CBI complaint. Following a Madras High Court directive, the CBI has registered a case for investigation. Karnataka amends BBMP Act to reduce completion certificate costs and simplify approvals. The Karnataka government has proposed amendments to the BBMP Act, reducing the completion certificate fee for property owners in Bengaluru from up to 1% of a site's guidance value to just 0.1%. The move aims to provide financial relief and streamline approvals. Additionally, penalties for residential properties will be capped at 2/3 of BBMP fees to prevent excessive financial burdens. Alongside this, 3 key bills have been introduced. The Registration Karnataka Amendment Bill, which mandates registration for property-related power of attorney documents, the Karnataka Stamp Amendment Bill, which legalizes e-stamping and digital transactions, and the Karnataka Gram Swaraj and Panchayat Raj Amendment Bill, extending property tax provisions to unauthorized settlements and strengthening accountability for officials. Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation initiates auction of seized properties with tax arrears. The Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation's Property Tax Department announced its decision to auction seized properties with pending property tax dues. The civic body has begun the process of appointing authorized government valuers to assess these properties. Citizens whose properties are under seizure action have been urged by Municipal Commissioner Dr. Kailash Shinde to clear their outstanding tax liabilities immediately to avoid the auction of their assets. A public advertisement has been issued, and responses from 10 government-registered valuers have been received. The corporation also encouraged citizens to benefit from the ongoing ABHE scheme, offering a penalty waiver for lump sum payments. Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation proposes linking tax arrears to housing society processes for recovery. The Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation, PCMC, has initiated a controversial move to recover 180 crore rupees in unpaid property taxes from 77,886 flat owners by recording dues on their share certificates. This prevents defaulters from selling or transferring properties until dues are cleared. Additionally, PCMC has proposed barring defaulters from society elections. Housing federations and legal experts argue that the civic body lacks authority for such measures, calling it legally questionable. While PCMC maintains strict action is needed for compliance, opposition groups warn of potential legal challenges. The move could set a precedent if approved by cooperative housing authorities. Shapoorji Pallonji Group secures USD 3 billion 300 million in India's largest private debt arrangement. Shapoorji Pallonji, SP Group, is in the process of raising 3 billion 300 million US dollars, approximately 28,600 crore rupees, in what is being recognized as India's largest domestic currency private debt arrangement. A consortium of 5 private credit funds, including Davidson Kempner Capital Management, Cerberus Capital Management, and Ares Management Corp., is contributing 75%, around 2 billion 500 million US dollars, of the funding. The funding, expected to conclude by early April, will be utilized for refinancing existing debt secured against the promoter's 18.4% stake in Tata Sons. Evangelos Ventures, owned equally by SP Group chairman Shapur Mistry and his nephews, is facilitating this financing. The rupee-denominated bonds will have a high teens interest rate, extend over 3.5 years, and will be listed on the BSE. Nivara Home Finance secures INR 245 crore in Series B funding led by True North Nivara. Home Finance Limited has secured an equity investment of 245 crore rupees in its Series B round, spearheaded by True North, with continued support from existing investor Baring P India and the company's promoters, Sunil Rohokale and Monik Kotecha. True North Funders 7 is set to invest 170 crore rupees, while Baring P India and the promoters have committed 50 crore and 25 crore rupees, respectively. The fresh capital is aimed at accelerating Nivara's expansion plans, enhancing its technology platform, widening its distribution network, and introducing innovative credit solutions in the affordable housing segment. Cochin International Airport Limited, CIIL, approves second phase of rehabilitation package. The Cochin International Airport Limited, CIAL board, has approved the second phase of its rehabilitation package for families displaced by airport land acquisition. The package includes permanent jobs in the Cochin Air Cargo Cooperative Society, additional prepaid taxi permits, and financial aid for affected individuals, addressing previous concerns over job stability. This move follows similar large-scale resettlement efforts seen in Navi Mumbai and Hyderabad infrastructure projects. Led by Industries Minister Shri P. Rajive, with Chief Minister Shri Pinarayi Vijayan's backing, the initiative aims to provide long-term economic security and social stability to impacted families. China's property investment drops 9.8% in early 2025. Estate slump continues. China's property investment fell by 9.8% in the first 2 months of 2025, following a 10.6% decline in 2024. Property sales by floor area dropped 5.1% year-on-year, while new construction starts plunged 29.6%, highlighting the sector's prolonged downturn. The crisis, which began in 2021 with major developer defaults like Evergrande, persists despite government efforts to stabilize the market. Globally, real estate markets face similar challenges, with investment volumes down 36% year-over-year. However, easing interest rates and economic stimulus measures may aid gradual recovery, with global real estate investment projected to grow 7% in 2024. New Zealand housing market shows recovery as prices and sales rise. New Zealand's housing market is showing signs of recovery, with seasonally adjusted median house prices rising 1.7% in February 2024 compared to January. though still 0.6% lower year on year. According to RINZ, national home sales grew 12% from January and 20.7% from February 2023, indicating renewed buyer interest. Increased attendance at open homes and stable auction activity reflect improving confidence. Analysts attribute this to realistic pricing, lower borrowing costs, and supportive policies. While prices remain slightly below last year's levels, continued financial and policy support is expected to help sustain the market's gradual recovery in the coming months. That's a wrap for today. Tune in tomorrow for the latest headlines.